if you haven't seen Skyfall, I suggest you do before you see this movie, because if you see this movie before seeing Skyfall, Skyfall will be spoiled for you. So if you're gonna go and see this movie, see Skyfall first, then come and see this movie. Just letting you know. Okay, so I'm actually excited to bring you guys this review and talk about it, but it does have some flaws, which we will talk about. First off, I'd like to basically congratulate everyone involved in the movie, obviously, but especially the opening scene. Like, I'm not going to spoil what it is, but that takes some effort and some practice. Something that goes that long, a lot of mistakes would have happened for it to be as good as it was. I gotta say though, it really made me kinda like Skulls. I think this is the most expensive Bond movie, which isn't really much of a surprise as things are gradually becoming more and more expensive. So Daniel Craig is obviously Bond. Were there any doubts that he wouldn't do a good job? He is Bond. Now with this movie, directed by Sam Mendes, you can see that he was a bit of a fan of the old James Bond movies, like with the unbelievable gadgets and stuff, and he's incorporated that into this. Not a lot, but you know, enough for it to be noticed. It doesn't really contract from the movie, but it doesn't really add anything to the movie, it's just there. Now, I gotta say this. The romance is rushed so much that it's unbelievable. When the moment finally comes when they part, that's not really a spoiler because that happens in most romantic movies. The couple, if that's what you want to call these two, part. It's meant to be emotional and you're meant to be invested into it. You're not really invested into their romance at all because it's rushed. And you could sort of see that Bond's love interest in this, still can't pronounce her name, that they were trying to make her a tough character, someone that doesn't need a man. Like, you could see them trying to do that, like it had potential, but it just didn't work out. There is actually a lot of nods to a lot of past Daniel Craig Bond movies. I kind of like it. Like, there's this one line of dialogue that Daniel Craig, he's talking to someone and he gives them the gun, his gun, and he says, just don't shoot me accidentally. And if you've seen Skyfall, you know instantly that that is because of basically the opening scene to Skyfall. Now this movie was actually, you know, kind of more suspenseful than I thought it would be. Because I had heard a lot of things that it was a fun movie with some flaws, and I thought maybe it wouldn't be such a suspenseful movie. But I was wrong. It is quite suspenseful. There are some suspenseful scenes. Dave Bautista does not say anything in this movie. Well, he does, but literally one word. He usually moans and groans through the whole movie, but he says one line, at least one line that I can remember. He just says, shit. Like, the only reason I said it like that, in that sort of accent, is because I swear I heard him say it with an accent. Yeah, and anyway, he's just standing there and goes, shit. And then flies off. Now, one performance which I couldn't stop thinking about was Andrew Scott's performance. If you don't know who Andrew Scott is, then you have not seen Sherlock at all. And the reason why I'm bringing up Sherlock is because his performance in this, it's average, but it's very similar to the performance that he gives for Moriarty. It's a little bit toned down, but it's still got that cockiness like his version of Moriarty does in the Sherlock BBC TV show. But I love the guy. The reason why I love Moriarty as a character is because of Andrew Scott's performance of the character. I don't know if it was the writing, if it was the character itself, or if it was his performance. There were little bits in his performance that reminded me, oh, that's right, he's the guy who played Moriarty in Sherlock. And that's not a good thing. An actor, when they play a role, they're meant to, basically, their performance is supposed to make you forget about some of their famous roles that they've done in the past. And this performance didn't quite make me forget, oh my gosh, that's Moriarty. It actually reminded me that he was Moriarty. But overall, Spectre is a very fun movie. You're going to enjoy yourself. And really the only big flaw that I noticed in this movie was the romance. It was by far the biggest downfall of this film, which is sad because movies like Bond. The romance adds something to it, and when the romance doesn't work quite the way it should, it kind of, it takes away from it. Because you can't have Bond without a Bond girl. Now, I don't rate movies. Okay, I love movies, I love watching them and making them, but I personally do not like putting a score or rating of sorts on a movie or anything really. Anyway, thank you for watching this movie review. It is literally the first movie review that I've done on a movie that has just come out. Please like and comment down below. Subscribe to my channel for more vlogs. Did I just say vlogs? Sorry. Right, I cancelled doing vlogs. Subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews. And also, I do trailer reactions. I don't just do reactions on trailers, I do reactions on anything really. But mostly trailer reactions. Okay. Bye bye.